If you haven't seen our last video, let me catch you up real quick on what we're doing here. We are riding our bikes across Iowa with 20,000 of our friends in an event called RAGBRAI. Yesterday started really hard. I was real discouraged right out of the bat. We had several very steep, long hills, but then the first town was closer than we thought by like 6 miles, and so that was really fun. I'd say it went by pretty fast, like from one town to the next yesterday morning. I got to the lunch town. We went to the bike shop and got my gears fixed, got air in my tires. That made all the difference for the second half of the day. The worst part about the second half of the day was falling. And the worst part about that was it was just scary. It didn't hurt that bad. The bruise hurts pretty bad today. I was reminded again just how nice Iowans are and how invested they are in this event. Like, the whole state is just making this awesome. I mean, the people on the side of the road with the signs, cheering you on, people that have water and snacks, slip and slide in their front yard just for the fun of it. Those sorts of things are just awesome. And last night, this really nice guy let us set up our tent in his yard. There were several other tents, but that's just how they do it around here. And it's really nice, and it's really encouraging. It makes you want to be like that. Overall, it was a good day. Rode further than I've ever ridden my bike in one day before. And although I was glad to be done, I felt like I could have kept going. And that's always a really good feeling. So, excited for day 3 today. Good Tuesday morning. We have 56 miles today, I think. We're getting started a little bit later because we don't have as far to go and we wanted to sleep in. But it's going to be a great day. All right, let's go ride.
So I learned my lesson yesterday in the first town. I was like, kind of have to poop, but I'll wait till we get to the first town to poop there because there'll probably be less people. And there was like one bathroom and I had to wait 30 minutes in line. So today I was like, I gotta knock it out early. But one thing that I've learned about RAGBRAI is that you have to develop the art of speed pooping. Bike on, because you can't take forever because there's usually gonna be 10 or 15 people in line behind you. So if you come to RAGBRAI, learn to speed poop.
Day 3, let's go.
Just a slow walk through town.
Day 3 started off nice and easy with an 8-mile trek into the first town of Havelock, where they were handing out free bottles of water.
This right here is amazing.
And we finally got to try some of that famous RAGBRAI pie at 8 a.m.
All the choices.
Shout out to the cool people in Havelock who made gluten-free pie. I'm so excited because there's so much good food along this route, but like 99% of it is not gluten-free, which is totally understandable, but I have to eat gluten-free, and so I'm getting some good gluten-free food here. Wow. I saw so many people eating pie yesterday and I was like, I won't enjoy the pie this week, but I get to. And it's so good. And it's 8:15 in the morning. This is amazing.
Well, finally got my pie. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning, but that's just fine. It was so good.
That was freaking awesome. We have been wanting to eat RAGBRAI pie for 2 days now. We almost did yesterday, and then the stand ran out right before we got there. But those kind people had gluten-free pie and it was good. It was so good. Pie at 8:15 a.m. Now we're back on the road. We have like 10.5 miles, I think, till the next town.
So you never know who you're gonna meet out here on the road. Back in the town back there, we started talking to this couple. Come to find out, he's a software engineer for Adobe Premiere Pro, which is the software I'm using to edit this video right now.
I work on the engineering team for Premiere Pro at Adobe.
I thought that was really, really cool. You don't get to meet the people who make the products you use every day. It was awesome. Thank you.
Hello.
10.5 miles later, we rode into Rolfe, where we grabbed a quick breather and watched the cyclists pour in. We only have 14 miles until the next town, which is our like midway point for the day. It's actually a little over halfway to the ending town, so that's really nice. The worst part right now is that my back is hurting quite badly. It hurt a little bit at the beginning of the week. I guess, I don't know if like my fall yesterday is making it hurt worse or what, but you get some ibuprofen when we get to lunch. Then we said goodbye to our gravel friends for now as they split off to take the gravel route into the meeting town of West Bend, which was about 14 miles away.
Gravel! Gravel! Gravel!
No, thank you.
So we just passed the point where if you have a gravel bike, you can branch off and take a gravel road, and we join up later in the course. I think that'd be pretty fun, but not this time. We'll stick to the road.
This guy just rode past me and said, I don't know why we're doing this. We could have just Ubered. Every once in a while, there's a team of riders that comes up behind us and passes us so fast that I think it's a car. It just happened and I almost yelled, car back. Not a car, they're just that fast. Roughly 4 miles from West Bend, we saw the large pink bus with the guys grilling pork chops on the side of the road, and we had to stop and try it.
I've been seeing this pink bus called Mr. Pork Chop. I think we're gonna try it out today.
I can see Mr. Pork Chop at their next stop. We're getting lunch there.
Everyone seems to like it.
There's so many people stopped here. Slowing. We use those corn cobs to light the fire for the grills, for the pork chops. Instead of eating it right then, we saved it because we were almost to the meeting town and we wanted to share it with my dad. Lunch. And of course, we did have to leave our mark on the bus before we left.
Bike on.
We're rolling into West Bend. It's like the midway town for the day, but it's actually a little over halfway, which is kind of nice. And we're gonna eat lunch. Shopping.
Welcome to West Bend.
Hey!
What's up?
Wasn't even looking.
Once we arrived in West Bend, we ate our Mr. Pork Chops.
All right, Mr. Pork Chop. Let's see if it's worth all of the hype. It's really good. It's actually pretty tender for a pork chop.
This is the best pork chop I've ever had. It has so much flavor, and we picked it up about 4 miles down the road, then we came here to eat lunch, and it's still warm. It's just perfect.
We might have to get this again.
After lunch, we relaxed a little bit while listening to the DJ and then visited one of the most unusual spectacles of the week, the grotto. This is so cool.
This probably has to be the most unique thing in a town we've seen so far. Grotto was super cool. Definitely the most unique thing that we've seen in Iowa so far.
Overall, best lunch stop so far.
There are rocks represented from every country in the world at the time it was built 100 years ago. Pretty cool.
But now we got 22 miles to ride, so gotta get back on the road. After a beautiful tour of the grotto, we were off for our next overnight town of Emmitsburg, which was only 23 miles down the road. Of course, we had to stop at our new favorite ice cream place on the way too.
We had to stop at the pickle place again to get our ice cream because after we did that yesterday, the rest of the time was just so good.
They are strategically placed close to the end of the route every day, like 10 to 15 miles from the end. Oh, it's perfect timing.
We'll probably stop again tomorrow.
And they're only $1. Just made a new friend, Joe. Joe.
Yeah.
Joe!
That was really fun to talk to him. We rode like 4 or 5 miles with him. He's from here in Iowa, but he has family in Fayetteville, Arkansas. So that was really fun. We chatted. That's one of my favorite things about this ride is like riding along, talking to other people. getting to know them a little bit. Then we hit a really bad headwind.
I don't even know if you're gonna be able to hear me, but for the last like 15 miles, we've had really bad headwinds. And it just makes it so much harder. Like, I think if I stopped pedaling, the wind would stop me.
The wind in our faces right now is making this uphill seem a lot harder. If I put my head down and I don't look up, we'll get there faster. Oh gosh. There's another one. You're gonna be sorely disappointed.
Why?
Because we've gone straight north. We're not going east at all.
Like, we're headed backwards, so we're not even making progress.
I don't really know if we have 8 miles or 10 left, because I thought we had 11 left when we left the ice cream stand. And like 2 miles later, there was a sign that was like 11 miles till Emmitsburg. And I was like, oh. So, we're just riding until we get there. There's someone laying on the side of the road. They appear to be okay. Yeah, they're good.
That is cool.
The birds are so pretty. We don't hear them too often, but when we do, it's just beautiful. TJ is gonna fly up the hill without me like usual. Just don't take off without me down the hill. Whatever I said about the last hill, it's doubly hard on this one. It doesn't really go down, it just flattens off and goes back up again.
I'm currently being followed by a car. It's like 10 feet off my back tire. Car back!
Once we arrived in Emmitsburg, we hopped on the bus.
All right, day 3 of RAGBRAI done.
56 miles.
Right now we're gonna catch the shuttle into town and get something to eat. How's it going?
Good, good. How are you?
Doing well.
Oh, sweet. Am I on YouTube?
Yeah. We're currently riding the Emmitsburg County School District bus. Or one of them. They have more than one bus.
My name is Dave, and I will be your driver.
Dave is our school bus driver. He says he's the best school bus driver there's ever been.
The best school bus driver there has ever been. Keep that YouTube video rolling. 25 years of experience. You would never guess it. One accident. Not my fault. That tree did not belong there.
It's like the main campground is kind of outside of town, and so that's why they have shuttles to take us inside of town, because it's a decent walk if you don't have a shuttle. Yeah, it's not like that far of a walk if you are okay with walking, but after you've biked dozens of miles, then yeah, it's nice to have a shuttle and not walk.
If you want to go to your camper or your tent or your piece of grass later, get on a green shuttle bus. There's 3 of them, and it will take you there. I've even helped people find their tent before, although that won't be none of you tonight now, will it? This is the laundromat, in case you're interested later. I'm sure they're there for a while. This ride is worth the price that you paid when you got in the door. If you want a refund, you can see the complaint desk, which somebody told me earlier it should be down to Pocahontas, and they close at 6 p.m.
Thank you.
Have a good time in Emmitsburg.
Every night during RAGBRAI, there's fun entertainment and a lot of food vendors, but most nights we didn't go out because we were so exhausted. This night, we went downtown to experience all of the fun. There was all kinds of food, but we eventually decided on rice bowls and enjoyed some live music while eating by the lake.
We're downtown Emmitsburg, and it's just like a party. Like, there's live music, there's food, there's drinks, whatever you want. And the coolest thing about RAGBRAI is this happens every single night.
Yeah, it's a blast. We got rice bowls for dinner because tomorrow is a big day, so we need to carb load basically.
Yeah, we got chicken rice bowls, and it comes with all sorts of like grilled veggies and refried beans. Tell them what's in
We have refried beans and grilled veggies, sour cream, cheese, rice, Mexican bowl of goodness.
This is one of my favorite features of one of the RAGBRAI towns so far. Emmitsburg has a beach and a lake that you can swim in. I probably won't be getting in because I didn't bring any of my towel or any change of clothes, and I really just want to go to sleep when we get back. But That's really cool.
Okay, so our very first night here, a few nights ago, the people camping next to us have done this several times. They told us when you're in the towns, don't always buy from the businesses, but go support the local people, the fire stations or the church mission trips, the school bands or school teams. And so that's what we're trying to do. It's really one of my favorite parts about this so far. Got some goodies. We took the bus back across town to camp, where we again went straight to bed and forgot about our daily recap. At this point, can we even call it daily? Overall, day 3 went by really fast, and we were starting to get used to this whole RAGBRAI thing. Our bodies were sore from days 1 and 2, but by the end of this day, we were feeling much better because we were working out the soreness. We went to bed excited, but a little nervous for day 4, the Century Day.